Hello there, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, we've got a windy westerly change coming in for the second week of the school holidays, and it brings with it a few cold fronts. So we've got plenty of rain coming this week and wind and a variety in our temperatures. It's going to swing up and down. It's going to feel a little bit spring-like or autumn-like over the next few days. So this is how it is at the moment. You can see Monday afternoon, the developing big windy westerly change. So overnight tonight and into Tuesday morning, there's a burst of rain coming through across the country, and then we're really getting into this windier change of weather. It's mostly around the North Island. The South Island's got a pool of colder southerlies coming through, while the North Island's got the windier westerlies, and the middle part of the country is sort of halfway between the two of them. So let's take a look at Tuesday, and you can see what I mean. Here comes that windier change across the North Island for the most part, also clipping the upper South Island, and then we've got a colder southerly change coming in further south. So the north will be warm and the south will be cold, and that's a bit of a theme over the next week, and that's quite normal with westerlies because it tends to bring, sideways weather. So we end up with warmer weather for the top, colder weather for the south, kind of common sense sort of stuff. So Tuesday is a windy, wet day around the country. Wednesday is also a windy day around New Zealand. Windy up the west coast, windy through central areas, and windy across the North Island. The flip side, eastern areas will be mostly sunny and dry, although maybe a few spits making it over into some parts of Canterbury up near the mountains and hills, but otherwise it is looking dry. We've pretty much got only 5 to 10 millimetres coming for the eastern side from Gisborne down to Dunedin, but the west coast over the next 5 days across the working week, or the school holidays, we've got about maybe 125 to 150 millimetres of rain for some of the western areas. Further north, 60 or 70 millimetres around Taranaki, and then halve that again for the very top of the country, 30 odd millimetres. So it's wetter and colder the further south you go, drier and windier and milder the further north you go. So Thursday this week warms back up again. In fact, Thursday's not a bad day to get back outdoors again. We've got some late weather coming, but for the most part, just a few showers and west to northwest winds. So it'll be another warm day around the country. But by Friday, in comes an area of low pressure, and then the winds swing around to a more southerly direction. Southwesterlies for some of you, southerlies for others. You've still got the northeasterly coming down around the eastern side of the country, but our final map for Saturday shows you've got the colder southeasterlies coming in by then as well, as low pressure forms off the east coast. But that's good news because it brings in rain to the eastern side of the country. So most places over the next 7 days are wetter than average. It's the first time I've said that in many months. So it's going to be a wetter week this week and into the weekend as well, but by Sunday we do have an area of high pressure. That is all from me. Have a great week. We'll update you again on Tuesday.